Hey, I'm Leonard from AxLB, and today we're going to talk about the 7 cures for an empty wallet. If your wallet's looking empty, we've got a cure for it. So the strategies I'll be talking about today, which are the 7 cures for an empty wallet, actually are the 7 cures for a lean purse that come from George Clauson's book, Richest Man in Babylon. It was by far the most important book I read in college, and I practice using those tools every single day in my life now. So if you're interested in building wealth, this is the video for you. We got 7 simple steps that anyone can practice. Let's get into it. So step number 1, learn to stack your bread. We've heard it a million times. It takes money to make money, right? So you've got to really look at your income and say, hey, how can I set aside 10% of everything I make and begin to set aside for the purpose of investing? That's what I do. 10% of all I make goes to the church, and then another 10% of all I make goes into a separate account strictly for investing, whether it's for the stock market or investing in one of my companies or investing into another company. 10%. So we call this concept pay yourself first. Every time you go to the grocery store, you pay the grocery store for your food, you pay the electric company for electricity, you pay the rent, you pay the gas station for gas for your car, you pay everyone else in this world, but you never take time to pay you. Take some time to pay yourself first, and you do that by setting aside 10%. Step number 2 is get a budget. You have to have a budget. You have to understand where your money is going. I'm not the type to tell you, hey, you need to eat beans and rice for the next 6 months. I totally believe in having fun. However, if we're going to have fun, we need to put fun into the budget. We have a tendency here in America to whatever our income level is, that's where we're going to put our expenses. And I give you this example, kind of gave this example in the book. Also, you could take 10 people. They can all be making the same amount of money, and at the end of the month, they'll all be broke. And you'll say, how's that possible? One of them only has 1 kid, the other one has 6 kids, one has to pay off college. You know, we all have different expenses, but the more money we make, the more we find a way to build our expenses up to it. So get a hold of your expenditures, get yourself a budget. Number 3, make your money make money. This is where it really comes down to investing. So if the only way you make money is when you trade your hours for dollars, you'll never become wealthy. However, if you could find a way to say, every dollar I own is a soldier, and I'm going to find a way to have those soldiers go out and bring me back more dollars. That's the way you got to view it. So find a way to make money for you. You can start really small. For example, I have a friend who has a t-shirt business. They wanted to buy some new equipment. They didn't want to come all the way out of pocket for it. I loaned them $600, and I was sure they could pay it back. I've bought some of their clothes before. I see how well their business is doing, so it wasn't a risky investment or anything like that. But then I loaned them out $600. They pay me back a portion of that every month plus interest, and now I found a way to make my money make a little bit of money. There's a million ways to invest. Get creative, guys. Number 4, you want to guard your treasure from loss. So I know I say get creative, but don't get too creative. You know, you want to know a little something about what you're investing in. In the book, what he did was he gave his money to the brickmaker, and the brickmaker was supposed to go and buy jewelry for them, and they was going to sell that jewelry. But since the brickmaker didn't know anything about jewelry, he ended up buying glass instead of real jewels, and they lost all that money. He then learned to, instead of doing that, give the money to the shield maker, and the shield maker will use it to make his shields, and then he can make money back from that. So wherever you invest, you want to make sure you know something about it, or the person you're investing with absolutely does know something about it. So number 5 is a little bit more long term, but what you want to do is you absolutely want to purchase your home. We spend a lot of money on rent. If you think about it, if your rent is only $1,500 a month and you are renting for 15 years, you're out $270,000, which could have easily purchased you a home. So, well, depending on where you're at in the country, right? But nonetheless, you want to find a way to say, hey, I need to actually purchase this home. We have a great credit repair program. Reach out to me for more information if you're interested, where we can help you get your credit right. So that way, instead of spending your money on renting all the time, you can actually purchase a home. You want to buy your home, save that money. Number 6 is invest in future incomes. If you have not begun to invest for your retirement, then you're already behind the ball. And it'll be a shame for you to work hard for 65 years, and then once your income reduces, you have to sell everything that you've bought. You know, you have to sell the house, and you can't live at the same comfort level that you've been used to living at, because now your money isn't the same. So wealth is all about building wealth, and you always want to build for every phase of life. So it's very important to make sure you're saving for your retirement as well. And number 7, which is by far the most crucial one, it is find a way to increase your earnings. Find a way to increase your earnings, and that all comes through knowledge. The more you learn, the more you'll be able to increase your earning potential. So the more you learn, the more you'll earn, right? And take it for example, for me, I started investing in the stock market simply because I was on YouTube and I just watched a couple videos. So YouTube is a great place to get education, and I saw that, hey, my money's sitting in my bank account, it's not earning anything. I could put it in an ETF, which isn't going to skyrocket to the moon, but it's also going to give me a lot more interest back than my bank account, and that's why I have the Ditch Your Savings account. That's where it came from, Ditch Your Savings account. So guys, there's plenty of ways to invest, get creative, but you want to do it, number 1, start with just saving 10%. Make sure you get a budget. Make sure that you are knowledgeable where you invest. Make sure you're not just leaving your money sitting in the bank. You want to make sure your money is making money. You want to protect your future. You want to buy a house. You want to continue to learn. So guys, those 7 steps are the cures to an empty wallet, and your wallet will be fat, fat, fat. Thanks a lot for checking out the video. My name is Leonard from AskLB. If you have any questions, please ask me down in the comments, and see you next time.